In line with government's policy, the RBI today said farmers can avail of short-term crop loans of up to 3 lakhs at the subsidized interest rate of 7% that could go down to 4% on prompt repayment. To ensure hassle-free benefits to farmers under the interest subvention scheme, the banks are advised to make Aadhaar linkage mandatory for availing of short-term crop loans in 2017 to 18. The RBI said in a notification to banks, in order to provide short-term crop loans up to Rs 3 lakh to farmers at an interest rate of 7% per annum during 2017 to 18, it has been decided to offer interest subvention of 2% to banks in respect of loans given by their rural and semi-urban branches only on the use of their own resources. The interest subvention of 2% will be calculated on the crop loan amount from the date of its disbursement up to the date of actual repayment by the farmer or up to the date of the loan fixed by the banks, whichever is earlier, subject to a maximum of 1 year, it said. An additional interest subvention of 3% per annum will be available to prompt paying farmers. This also implies that the farmers paying promptly as above would get short-term crop loans at 4% per annum during 2017-18, it said. In order to discourage distressed sale and encourage farmers to store produce in warehouse, it said the benefit of subvention will be available to small and marginal farmers with Kisan credit cards for a further period of up to 6 months post-harvest at the same rate as available to crop loans against negotiable warehouse receipts. The warehouse should be accredited with the Warehousing Development Regulatory Authority, it said. To provide relief to farmers affected by natural calamities, an interest subvention of 2% annum will be made available to banks for the first year on the restructured loan, it said, adding that such loans will be attract a normal rate of interest from the second year onwards. To avoid multiple loaning and ensure only genuine farmers avail of concessional crop loans, through the mechanism of gold loans, the lending institutions may conduct the due diligence and ensure proper documentation, including the recording of land details, even when the farmer takes gold loans for such purposes, it said. Earlier in June, the cabinet headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi had approved the interest subvention scheme for 2017-18. The cabinet has approved the total expenditure of Rs 20,339 crore for this fiscal as interest subsidy on the short-term crop loans.